Yo, alright. Yo, today is March 26, 2025. Today I took one trade. I took two. Okay, so today I took one trade. I just want to took two. Maybe I'm just that tired. Today I took one trade today. Um, I remember one being short. 550. Yeah, this was a short one. Short. Oh, I wanted to go long. I couldn't go long. Alright, so let's get into it. Let's plug the video. Took one trade at 10:45. Alright, so and of course let's I wanna play. Alright, so why is this thing not playing? Clock moving? Old clock. Real clock. Okay. Alright, so the market opened up, um, pushed up and rejected this little area here. NQ there. NQ had this level here. Right, I was trying to figure out where to enter the market at. Couldn't really make sense of it. This thing's really not processing well. I need to like do some real cleaning with the computer. I can see it's not really moving as it should. It's kind of like it's moving slow or something. Alright, so anyways, market moves up to here. I wanted to get short up here. So this is the part where I said, okay, we're at my 5-minute fail here, and I wanted to see price do a nice clean rejection, retest, and then drop. All right, we had a nice rejection here. None of these were really catching my interest. 27 here, up there, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is an 8-point stop loss, just way too high for me. The reason wasn't too keen into that. Oh my goodness, this thing is moving so slow. Um, we'll just play the original. I cannot deal with this. Alright, let's play the original. Oh, the original is spotty. But there you go. Look how spotty it is. Alright, so anyways, we had 26, right? We had a strong absorption here. Alright, nothing that I'm interested in yet. That absorption comes with the last candle here. So now prices don't really want to go. Price push up. Price pushes up here, closes, and I thought about entering. 28, stop loss at 32, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Actually, stop loss up here. Thought about entering there and then aiming for 58.10, which is lower. That's why I wanted to enter. But it happened too fast for me, and then there goes price all the way down to 58.10, and that would have been it for me. I would have been here 28 to 10, 20, about a 18-point move, and then calling it there. That would have been my goal. Now I said, okay, if prices come back up, retrace this 58.20, I'll look for a rejection. Um, got told there was a level at 58.08, which is near the stop loss here, which is around 58.10, 58.9. I wanted to see NQ reject this 360 and this 58.24. Yes, got up to want to reject that. Not much of anything that I was interested in. We got this strong absorption right here. This is actually key, um, because on the next, it's key because this is what 17,000. Right, this is key because this is what stop price the entire time. So now I'm looking at, okay, can I enter short somewhere around here? I see price. I really want to go to 58.20. I see that we're really holding this level right here a lot, and then we break through. I said, okay, well, that's that. Okay, so this is now our new level. Now I'm trying to make sense of it. All right, I see that we're kind of capping out here. I got some buying, but that stopped. That's okay. And then I saw this white candle here, maybe a little late because of when I entered. I entered at 58, so like a minute later is when I saw it. I was like, whoa, way late, because I was looking at something else. And then I was like, oh. After I noticed it, I started like doing my measurement, trying to check out, okay, my stop loss would be right above here. About a 5 point stop loss. Okay. Aiming for the lows here. And I said, it would be funny if price can go to 57.80. Alright, so anyways, this is my stop loss, my entry. I said it'd be funny if price can go down to 57.80 because that's what I thought it could go. Because I thought there's nothing here on my end. I don't have anything to really stop price. But you know, I'm adding stuff because of some things make sense from what's being shared. And when I zoom out, but based on how I've been marking the charts, there's nothing to stop price to going down to 57.80. So price, I enter, I add my stop loss there. I'm in 5 points, trying to get this 10 points. Price pushes up, stop me out, and then for the next almost hour, consolidates. Right, it hit this level here again, which just say is key. Consolidates, push down, probably another potential entry right here, and holds this level here. All right, then I saw this blue absorption. I said, oh, we have buyers, we have buying here. Maybe price was ready to go now, right? But I said I usually buy on sells, not I usually sell on sells, not buy. I sell on buys. I said, okay, well, this would probably be a seller to say, oh, buyers is trying to step in, but they're not gonna go. But at this time, I'm changing my bias to go long. You can see there's buying here, buying here, buying there. Absorption's happening there. I said, okay, I'm changing my bias to go long. I'm gonna be more long bias. I'm gonna wait for price to come back down to here and bounce up because we have this nice absorption. That's what I'm gonna look for. Even though we never had a strong, solid move up. So I became long bias, and then price did not care about my long bias, and it melted away. All right, we had this little move here. This here was it, but that came in so late. That came in right there on ES, right? 58.02, way up here. That's like a whole bunch of, like a football field There's no way I'm gonna enter this. No way. Right? NQ was not doing its thing, so NQ held up here while ES was dropping. So it's only reason that it was only reasonable that I did not enter into any trade for that matter. Alright, and then price pull up. No, NQ is still holding this, and ES is below it. So there's that. And then there goes our 5780 that I was bluffing about. Price hits it, NQ finally breaks below and hits weekly high all over again. And then price just did whatever it needed to do after that. That was pretty much it for me. I took those two trades, and then after that one trade, and I walked away. And then price just kept dumping, came down lower, moved up a little bit, and then basically stopped there. Alright, that was it. So it was an interesting day, strong sell-off day today. Let's go to the charts here. I'm gonna pull up this, and then we're gonna pull up this one. Then we're gonna go like this. Alright, so I said, okay, I'm gonna mark some stuff for tomorrow based on just this default candle. I'm gonna mark just some simple things, and I did that with ES and NQ and VIX, right? Because I said that we're rising on no volume, we might sell off, and well, we reached a sell-off point where price was just like, all right, I'm done really joking around for a little bit, and it sold off. And that's what happened. And if we zoom out, and let's see what price hit. Nothing here. Absorption broke below this, sold off. So yeah, so we had a gap here. We came down to the gap and hit that. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's in this balance. Alright, so price can probably come down here and bounce up higher or move down lower. One of the two. 30 on the 1 hour, we can see that price still has some way to go. Price can go, fish that gap, may come back up to this. So I kind of marked that to say this is the levels I pretty much have. This might be important, so let's go like that. Let's go back to the 4 hour, see what we see. Like strong sell-off, very strong sell-off. So in that sell-off, we probably have that level that we saw on the 1 hour. Go to the 30-minute. Don't have anything here. We got like a small absorption and drop. Nothing there. Right. Just looking at what we can see with price, that we still have this level here. That price can come back and retest. And then we have the 15-minute. There's still nothing there. Then we got the 5-minute. And there goes our absorption there that held price. You can see price held nicely and then sold off. And that's pretty much it. So that's what I'm dealing with that. So let's zoom out. Alright, let's do daily. You can see the daily got the same kind of stuff going on here. That is not VIX. Daily. Right, all of them are hitting that gap area together, which is where price is halting. 4 hour, strong buying, strong selling, Alright, strong selling here. 1 hour, got something inside of it, got nothing inside of it. Alright, kind of like everybody was kind of doing their own thing after that. 30-minute, right? Nothing matches. 15-minute, nothing matches. Okay. 5-minute. Got this. Okay, nothing matches, right? So it's a pretty interesting day. We do have absorption. We have an EOV here, so I'll mark that. Let's mark the EOV. Been a while since I got one to be marked. This is a 5-minute. That one is this volume here, right? So makes sense. Alright, so 15-minute, check. 30-minute, check. 1 minute. Bad. Okay. Oh, would you look at that? Alright, so I can see price coming up there and rejecting this very nicely. Alright, so yeah, so let's go back to that 5-minute. I want to go back and investigate that the area there because I thought that was probably the highest volume for the day. 32. Here. 32 578. 32 163. And we kind of held at 32 578. Broke down below it. And then retested it and then sold off. So it's one of the time when volume came in and I wasn't paying attention to volume. I don't know where I was, but I wasn't doing a good job. So that's it for me for today. I think I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to adjust this. I think I will be playing the that new thing that I have set up. Let's clear all of this, man, because price really just made a mess of everything. Right. This weekly high. So we're back inside last week's high. We're back inside of it. Crazy. Crazy. back inside of last week's high. Yep, I could see prices moving down lower. We're back inside last week's high. I can see prices moving down lower. Alright, so let's just delete everything here. Alright. I may add thing from what I did with I may add what I did with ES with the NQ. May add those levels. But for now, I'm gonna keep this like this. But I will just I more likely will have them up because they make a lot of sense. After stepping back, especially those gaps and all that stuff. We're still below it, so we'll see what comes with that. Alright, so but yeah, I was very short biased because like NQ was just VIX was just moving up higher, right? Not getting below yesterday's low or the day before yesterday's low, just holding that whole thing. So it just made sense that NQ and ES were likely just come down, and they did eventually. They were fighting a lot yesterday, but didn't. All right, so that's it for me for today. Be back tomorrow.